Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. Last time we got Rydia back, and we were thrown back into this room, and if you do not move from this single panel, you can use Rydia's Dijon spell, or warp, and head right back into the room, the crystal room, and the crystal's here. Even though it shouldn't be here because Golbez just stole it. This is actually a little bit of a glitch in the game. With this, you can, as you see there, it identifies it as the one found in the sealed cave because it's the only one that's actually an item for you to hold. The only darkness crystal that you can hold. When we, heading to get the other ones, there'll be other methods for holding on to them. Don't worry. But yeah, so you can sequence break the game this way, and you don't even have to do the events at the sealed cave. You can walk in and then walk back out and then continue on with the game from there. But we don't really need to do that, so let's head back. It's not really a good idea to do that. Anyway, I'm going to do the game normally. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, how nice. Well, kind of. Not nice that someone died, but nice that the king's being nice to his kid. Well, we're going to stay here pretty much as long as we need to. And that's about it. Have I learned it yet? It's not hard to learn. It's a hyphenated word, like Spider-Man. Anyway, now that we now have access to a bunch of other areas in the castle here. Will we be able to hold your weapons? Well, that depends. There is one that we can use, the Flame Spear. You definitely want to pick that up for Cain there, because that'll be much better than his Wind Spear in terms of base damage, and in terms of, well, it's just better in terms of base damage. And the other thing I wanted to mention before it slips my head, it's already slipped my head, enemies are weak to fire in the upcoming area. There we go. Or not weak to fire, but it's stronger. And there'll be enemies throughout the next couple of areas that will be weak to fire, so we will definitely want to do that. You want to get 4 rune rings. 3 for now, and 1 for later. And we want to pick up 2 priest hats or 1 priest hat? 1 for now, and then I'll check it, because I can't remember what stat that boosts. Anyway, at this point, well, I'll do equiption later. There's a lot of stuff to equip, and it takes a while to go through it all. So I'll do that off screen sometime. Here we get a dwarf axe, which I don't think is all that useful. I'm going to raid your treasure. Ah, how nice. You could have, sent one of your guys to collect it for me, and then I wouldn't have to run around collecting treasure. And another Bacchus wine. Gotta love those. Anything else? Can't remember where all the treasure is in this castle. There's so much of it. I remember where some of it is. Here we get an ether and an elixir. Nice. And a silver hourglass and a power wrist. And that power wrist will be useful for what is your name? Actually, I want to go this way. For Yang there, because it raises his strength, but only if it ups his multiplier. And again, I said I wasn't going to talk about it a lot, but I'm talking about it more than I intended on. There are more dwarves up there. They say various things, but nothing particularly interesting. And in this tower, we have more items. What do you say? Ah, well, thank you. I was going to do that anyway, but it's nice that I have permission to steal your treasure. It's always nice. And there's a Bacchus wine. I think that's all the treasure you can get in this floor anyway. That one, no. No, I guess that's it. And I don't know why this castle is designed this way, but they have weird floors up here. Oh, where is it? There we go. You have to kind of... there's a black belt. That'll be useful for Yang as well. You have to kind of do the outside route in order to get anywhere. Come on. Thank you. There we go. And head up. And eventually we'll be able to get back in there. There we go. Ah! Unfortunately, a lot of these are like archways and you're trying to go under them, but you can't see that, so oh well. While I'm on this side, one thing I did forget to pick up last time was more Phoenix Downs. Do you have them? No. Do you have them? Yes. Yes. So let's pick up like 15 Phoenix Downs, because as I kind of showed in the last battle, we're going to start to need them a little more now. And what else? I'm going to pick up 5 remedies. Not that I'll be using them right away, but they're there. And with all that, I am going to... Actually, wait a minute. There's one more area to check out. That's right. Right here. And you can access this from the other side, too. This is the medical room. We'll have to remember this for later in case somebody gets hurt. Even dwarves get hurt. Very true. I'd like a good night's sleep. Of course, I'd like it if it didn't get interrupted at 6:30 a.m., so I'd have to go to work, but... And they worship the fat chocobo here. I don't know why, but they do. Go figure. We'll get some Gasal's vegetables here, and that's it. Anyway, I actually want to use the fat chocobo while I'm here, so let's enter here. Oh, apparently I have 2 sets of them for some reason. Alright, fat chocobo. What do I want to give you? Oh, there's Sid's stolen gear there. I don't know what I want to give him. Let's see. I want to take out the silver apples, the gold band, dancing knife, the remedies, and I think that's it for now. What did I want to throw in there that I don't need? Excess ruby rings, I believe. And I'll be doing a bunch of other things as well. Throw the elixirs in there, I don't need those right now. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And now I'm just going to go and equip things and put things away as I see fit as I'm equipping, and I'll be right back. Okay, back to the armory here. Here's my new equipment setup. Flame Spear on Cain there, and keep his Wind Spear for later in case enemies are immune to fire. And Rydia came with a Gaia Robe and a Silver Armlet and a Whip, which I sold because they suck, and gave her the Apparition Rod, though you do want to keep the Dancing Dagger around in case you want her to use a non-MP using weapon, though the Apparition Rod does give you more of a boost to her Wisdom stat. We finally get to make use of the Gold Band, which raises her Wisdom stat and makes her black magic a little more powerful. And the Priest Robe, I bought a second one for her, and because I didn't remember to do one before. And of course the Rune Ring. The Priest Robe increases the Will stat, which isn't particularly helpful now that she doesn't have her white magic anymore, but the summon damage is calculated based on both Wisdom and Will, so anything that raises one or both, like the Rune Ring raises both your Wisdom and your Will stat by a little bit. I think it's 3. So those are really good as well. So that's how she's all hooked up now. Take a look at her Wisdom stat, 47. That is very nice for this point in the game. And check down at Rose's Will stat, 52. She can do some much better healing, and Rydia can do much better damage with spells than Tella ever could. Cecil's still the same. Rosa pretty much just gave her the Priest Hat, which raises Will, and another Rune Ring. And Yang equipped him with the new Black Belt there. Keep him with the Hellclaw. This gear is kind of dependent. He still wants the bandana because there's nothing better. The Power Wrist, you do want to keep one Rune Ring around for later if he kind of wants to use it. Again, that's more based on whether you need immunities to something, or if you want to have, if you're worried about his attack multipliers. Right now, if I give him the Power Wrist and the Black Belt and the Hellclaw, it raises it by just barely raises it to the next level. So I think he's got 8 multipliers now. Yeah, he can do pretty good damage now. And of course, you know, his strength stat is very nice. But anyway, that's pretty much all that I've equipped at this point. And down here, pretty much all I've kept. I sold most of the rest of the stuff. Kept a few things in storage, like the extra rune ring. By the way, these rune rings prevent silence, so that'll be important later. Keep the dwarf axe around. I can't remember if I'm going to use it or not, or if it's a different axe. Legend sword you cannot get rid of, so obviously you're not doing anything with that. Dancing dagger in case you want to switch it in. And 2 ruby rings, because I don't think Cecil can use a rune ring, can he? I actually haven't even thought about that in a long time. Let's see, can he use a rune ring? No, he cannot. So yeah, you want 2, 1 for Cecil and 1 for Cain, in a situation later where we'll want them. And the others will be fine with rune rings. Anyway, these silver apples that I pulled out, you're going to want to give these to Rydia because she has the lowest HP of any character you're going to have at the end of the game. So, these increase her maximum HP, which makes her able to stay alive better now, and also increases her survivability later in the game as well. So you definitely want to give them to her. If you're playing the PSP version, there may be another character you want to give them to, and you may want to save them for that character, but that's entirely up to you. Okay, now we can enter into kind of a secret area. The Lally-Ho Pub. Oh boy. Little dancing. No! No dwarf dancing. No, nobody wants to see this. Oh, the dwarves are hilarious. Cecil, close your eyes, you'll go blind. Actually, that might happen. Something that he'll do later. And somehow the dwarf is dancing and jumping over top of him and all that. Meanwhile, he's toasted out of his tree. Woo, dizzy. Yeah, I think you are. Anyway, in this area we have... well, that's not suspicious at all, is it? Secret passage. And this leads to... the development room. Yes, they threw a development room into this game. Okay. Ah, on my own desk. Oh, apparently there's a bunch of newbies here. Sakaguchi, if I remember right, he's the story guy, right? Anything in these right here? No. What do you talk about? I haven't stolen any buffs. I got receipts for everything. Props to anyone who knows where that's from. Alright, get out of the way, you dumb frog. I don't need to talk to you. I already did. Yeah, menu programmer. Okay. Okay. The wrong people. Whoops. The Dot Maker. Super Dot Man. Is that a game? That wouldn't surprise me. There's indie games on everything nowadays. Let me know which one. I don't know. I like a few of the enemies. I liked the art on Barbaricia, the bikini-clad Sorceress of Wind. That was always pretty cool. Ah, would you look at that? Definitely like that. I like to see... I know that traditionally there's a lot more men in the video game industry, though I have seen some interesting ideas from coming out of, like, on videos on YouTube or whatever, from women who have really good ideas for games, and I'd like to see a lot of those games come to light. But that's kind of a sidetrack. Talk to all these people. There's a chocobo here. Ah, there's Sakaguchi himself. He's the story guy, if I remember right. And one more room that has... ah, the music room. No wonder it has different music. Ah, Seiken Densetsu 3. Admittedly, I have not played this game. Hey, come back, you. Okay. And this is Uematsu, the god himself. And another sound programmer. If you talk to each of these, I believe... Come on. I thought I could talk to those things and they would initiate a new song, but I guess I'm wrong. Could have swore they did. Oh well, no big loss. There's plenty of music throughout the game. Let's see here. Let's head down here. Ah, the upper room, even though it's downstairs. What do we got here? You'll find my power. We got a game engineer, Takashi, in my party? Not really, no. I don't know why they do that. Oh, apparently people found so many bugs that he almost dropped out of college to get them all fixed. Anyway, if you approach here, you find a Playboy. Yes, this is definitely a translation from the J2E translations team. The original, well, I think the original, it's called a Lustful Lolly-Ho, or at least that's what it is in the PSP version, and I think that's a little more of an accurate translation. Anyway, hey, my favorite magazine. Oh, we can select it. What's going on? Where'd the music go? Are you checking to make sure no one's watching you? And we get Calcabrina's theme. And apparently Cecil's making a joke about masturbation. Go figure. Yeah, that's pretty much all you get there. Pretty funny though. Anyway, if you run around long enough, you'll encounter enemies. And this is Higuchi. Let's attack him. 1 damage. He's pretty strong. And apparently this is the battle programmer, and he's going to take us down. What could you possibly do? Ow. Or not. He's got like 1 or 2 HP. It's funny. However, if you beat him, you get another Playboy, which does nothing other than what you've already seen. You know, when you just use it down there. There are a couple other people. First strike on this guy. Let's attack him. Can I get an attack in? Gotcha! Why did you wake you up? Why would I wake you up? Oh, I interrupted his dream. And he cast the sleep spell. On himself, I think. Except for I think in this case it didn't work. Battle ends anyway. One more guy you can fight around here that's got some new dialogue. Let's see if I can find him. Ah, there we go. Surprised! Oh no! Your violin? Don't! Nuts. Bye-bye! Yeah, that's pretty much all there is here. And yeah, that's all I wanted to really show off here in the development room. But that's all the time I have for, well, that's most of the time. Let's go for another minute or so. I can enter and show us where we're actually supposed to go at this point. Is these the stairs I'm looking for? These are the stairs I'm looking for. Not the droids you're looking for, though. If you talk to this guy up here, we may pass. And he does 360s, and he opens the door for us. That's very nice of you. This way, and we get to the basement. And here there's just a few more items to pick up, and then we can continue on. And we can't get anything up there. Over here, we have 3 chests containing a cottage, and another cottage. I think they want us to start using cottages now. Even though I don't really need all that much HP or MP restored at this point. I will shortly. Anyway. No, can't go down there to get that one. Oh, we're braver than he is. How nice. Ah, Rubicante or Rubicant or however you want to pronounce that. He is the remaining, what's the word, 4 fiends, 4 emperors, 4 demons, whatever they call it in this game. Okay, so yeah, we know that. And the most important thing that we have here, the Pot of Life, which is, as the animation suggests and we've seen before, free healing! Yay! And this is the way you want to exit the castle, because it puts you on the right side, or technically the left side, but it's the right side to move on with the game, which we'll be doing next time. So yeah, we'll head into the Tower of Babel next time, and I'll see you guys next time. I said next time way too many times.